Well, I want to kick things off with that quote that you hit me with. You said, I don't use dashboards much or know much about them. Can I just ask you to elaborate on that or why you say that? Why that's the case?
I mean, they're not necessarily strategic, right? So action-oriented players should spend most of their time playing and not looking at dashboards. So the best dashboards are ones that ideally you rarely look at and kind of alert you when they need to alert you to something.
Yeah, that's a good. There's two things that we can double click on there. They're almost like these background things that proactively alert you when you might be missing something. They're not like your steering wheel by any mean, as oftentimes how people might describe them. But let's actually, you said a word that could get overlooked, action-oriented players.
And so if you just think of, let's say, the of a company of the people, let's say, making over $80,000 a year, my guess is most companies can cut anywhere between, let's say, 50 to 80% of the people, and you would probably have like an increase in productivity, an increase in revenue, et cetera.
Absolutely. They, well, with that analogy of like the folks working on the front lines of McDonald's or the people in the hospitals, the nurses or the doctors, the other way you could put it is these frontline workers. Many of the folks on this conversation are the frontline workers, whether they're taking support conversations or listening directly to the conversations with support reps and coaching reps. I think they'll get a lot of value learning about how much more they can contribute because being action oriented is both it's like a big disconnect. That's where all the value is created. And that's oftentimes there's a disconnect where the people behind the dashboards have all the power. Where do you think, you over the arc of your career, where do you think this culture of not, well, where do you think this culture of like looking behind dashboards has come from? Have you seen it got worse over time? Has it been the same but a different flavor? Any trends there?
Honestly, I don't really know. I don't really know that much of like folks that spend that much time on dashboards. And I mean, I think if someone's spending too much time on dashboards, it's clearly bad. And I don't know that many people that spend, I don't know, even a couple hours a week on a dashboard or something. Um, so uh, my guess is the best dashboards are the ones you rarely look at, but that alert you and tell you when things are going wrong, tell you when you need to do something, give you a warning or something like that. Like when you're maybe when you're driving, you kind of want to know the speed or something. So that's probably a helpful dashboard, but you only want to know like the tire pressure if there's something like actually clearly wrong with the tire. Like there's no reason to monitor the tire pressure regularly.
Every day. Yeah, for sure.